Hey guys, this is Tigress coming back to you with episode 45 of Minecraft New Adventures. And today I'm probably going to go and explore, probably going to go and see what we can actually find. But first we do need to sleep, and second of all I need my hat and my nice little helmet on, and we need to go and jump. Whee! Also, what I did say I wanted to do, I actually ended up forgetting about. It was a literal case of I said Thursday I was going to go and do a few things, got distracted. And basically in the end I just ended up forgetting about the fact of what I said I was going to do, and I believe it was get this up to a better sharpness and all that lot. And get like a better looting on it. Which, in my fairness, I do actually have an iron sword. So I'm basically, for the most part, probably just going to look, see what needs to be done, and potentially go for a little exploration like that way, just to see what we can see out there. Now, can I get level 30 enchantments? 25, so I still need a few more. So in that case, what I probably will do, instead of going for an exploration, is try and get this up to 30. First thing I'm gonna do is the 9 at the top. I will then plan to do some enchanting next episode, and hopefully go and get some netherite, and then go exploring next week. Just because I want to try and keep the exploring to one full week and not necessarily needing to remember. And quite frankly, I'm not missing that much gunpowder. Like, I've got half a stack. I'd like a couple stacks, and I do actually think it's very much possible. So, but time will tell. And what I do need is some wheat. And I'm pretty sure 16 is way too many. Also, guys, thanks for all the support on the newest Craft1 episode. Just because it's been like 2 days. It's been like 3 days, and it's almost caught up to episode 1, which had a week, basically a week ahead of it, because it's once every week, and it's had like a week ahead. And from looking at it, predicting episode 3, hopefully, if I'm predicting right, we'll do the exact same thing, and they'll carry on just getting more and more views a lot quicker. So guys, if you are new around here, please subscribe, and if you want to see more Craft1 episodes, like and subscribe. Because what I will do is do the first 5-6 episodes, and if they continue getting the same amount of support, and I will say this when I record this week's episode of Craftmon, if they continue getting the same amount of support, then I will probably switch to doing 2 a week. And if it does get, like, I don't think I'll go over 2 a week, because they are very simple to do and they're not that complicated, which is what I love about the series. It's more of a case of what I want to do in the episode that I need to figure out, which isn't too bad. So But I'm going to quickly say hello to the dogs because I've not seen them in a while. Hey, dogs. Hey, yo. I still got to come and say hello to. Hey, baby. Also, guys, I can't remember when I said it, but I said at some point I'd potentially end up doing, say, Ready or Not content. Basically, to sum it up, I'm pretty sure I said it in the Marvel Rival stream. I think it was the Overwatch stream I said on Saturday for it. After Games Night on Friday, Driver Scott, he was like, because he wanted me to get a game called Ready or Not. It's an interesting game. I'm not going to go into too much about what it's about because in case I do some end up doing content about it, I'd like to be a bit of a mystery. I think I'm going to explore the Nether because I could do with levels too. So I'm just going to go and have a nice little exploration around the Nether. But Friday he's like, well, I would get the game, but it's like I don't know how to. And it's like because of the fact that one, he used to be on Xbox, so did I. So did Wolfus, and out of the three of us, Wolfus is the only one still on Xbox. Basically, guys, to simply put, I was technically the first one to abandon the old Xbox group that all three of us had. So it used to just be the three of us. And so, yeah, so technically speaking, I was the first one to abandon the group. Because back in 2018, end of 2018, Marvel bought out. I'm so thankful that I did an actual path there. Marvel Spider-Man PS4 came out, and I was like, oh, I so need to play it. Like, there's no ifs, there's no buts. It's like, oh, I need to. Like, I know getting quartz is going to be, like, the best thing. And so I was like, I need to get it, and so I looked to see about getting. At the time, I was like, okay, what I'm gonna do is take a spare iron pick, because in this, I'll take in. Okay, so. Didn't even do the maths, and that just worked out. So, first of all, iron pick. 1, 2, 3. I was about to say, guys, did I break? It's like, oh, no, I didn't. At some point, those iron shovels will come in. Those iron shears. Those shears will come in handy. At some point. But right now, while I'm barely shearing any sheep, it kind of just looks like, and it's like, oh, wow, I've wasted that much iron. Guys, I made the same mistake in Craftmon. Difference between New Adventures and Craftmon. New Adventures, I have an iron farm set up, so wasting a bit of iron, why it's annoying, I'm not too fast. Now, at some point I plan to set up an iron farm because I will need to, just because to catch new pals and that, not pals, new mons, new craft mons. I don't actually know what they're called. I'm gonna need the things to capture them, and to make those, you need iron. So, like, getting those quartz over there would be amazing, but like, I don't want to deal with the skeletons. So, Scratch it from trying to survive in the nether, it's Tigress burns to death. Guys, you wouldn't believe it, but I'm a somewhat decent Minecraft player. But yeah, guys, getting back to Ready or Not, the conversation I was having. Yeah, Drive was like, I would get you, but don't know how, and it's like, well, I mean, there's only one way that I can think of, and it's like PlayStation gift cards. But at the time, it's like, well, I know for a fact you can, but like, because the game was, so the game was originally about 50 on PlayStation. It then went down to about 35, which is kind of reasonable. So I was like to him, why, you're gonna just take a trip to a shop now? He's like, well, it is technically kind of on the way, and it's like, no, it's not. Also, guys, if you do hear anything, as usual, it's still warm, and it's not like, it's not boiling hot in the UK, but it's still kind of warm. So, gold just does something else that could be useful for gathering. But yeah, so if you do hear something, it's my fan. Until summer ends, and I say summer, basically, guys, I kind of could do going over there, but I don't think we're going to be able to get there. Tell you what, I'm missing. I need a shield, and I just need to sleep. Guys, I think next episode, what I am gonna do won't be this armor. It will either be it will be some version of that form of armor, but I do need to enchant armor. So I probably will do in between episodes. Is just because it's not going to be fun. I will basically just enchant and try and essentially max. I don't want to say max out full set of diamond armor. I'll try. If I can get basically every enchantment I want except for mending, I am chucking mending on there. But I don't know whether I will be able to. It probably will mean also going mining. Which is kind of annoying because this week is the one week where it's like, I don't really have much spare time in between episodes because literally because of the fact of after using Master Duels refresh for the month and ranks are reset, which means I want to try and get my rank on Master Duel. I had a ship. I'm an idiot. It's like I like wasting resources. I really don't. It bugs me how I need to. how I typically need to make like 3 full sets of armor. Just to get, typically how it goes is, I will make 1 set of full armor. I'll get 1 or 2, I will get something like protection 2, we'll say diamond sword. From 2 swords, I've got basically half of what I want. I'd like looting 3, I'd like fire respect 2, I'd like sharpness 5, and I'd like knockback 2. So if I can essentially get the exact same stuff on this sword again... Okay, New Adventure is the only time where I really question how good I am at this game. Like, I know I could just fly around and have on the back of like Toothless or something, but the dragons for the most part are something where I want to use them for something that's not Toothless, light up the nether. Although I do want to take one of them to fight the Ender Dragon with me when I eventually do it. Yeah. Not advised, not advised. I should have. I really should have. But it's like, I need something to build across. Completely forgetting that I've got several stacks of cobblestone that I want to get rid of. But yeah, getting back to the Ready or Not competition, because I keep distracting myself. So I was like, oh, unless you're gonna drive to a shop now, unless you're gonna go somewhere that sells them. It's like we could do. It's kind of on the way. It's like, eh. And then when we got right outside the shop and we were parking up, I was like, well, there is always PayPal. He's like, wait, what? Yeah, there's PayPal. I've got PayPal. Technically speaking, he could have also done a bank transfer. Which didn't cross either one of our minds. Again. Guys, for the most part, this is just a case of waiting for the cows, like exploring the nether, waiting for the cows to sort of grow up and be able to be bred again. But I'm 100% in between episodes. Hopefully, in between episodes. It's my plan, at least. Enchanting armor, at least getting some form of protection. It's also not the best sort of XP, but it's also pretty decent. Granted, I know one of the ways I'd love to get an XP farm. I'd love to be able to use what I've used every single time, and it's an Enderman XP farm. But I currently don't have access to the end. I'd also love to make a zombie farm, but I currently don't know where any zombie spawners are. See, I don't know how much in Craftmon, how much I'm gonna need, like, basic stuff. which is why which will be why a lot of it will basically just be a case of I've done this in between episodes because it's vanilla based Minecraft. It's not important. Now remember this time. Back into the pit because I need more. So yeah guys, so probably next episode I probably will just focus on trying to finish up the enchantment room. But for now, we are just trying to get XP and essentially waiting. It also really doesn't, like, I'm going to wait until my full set of armor breaks before I make new. Just because I'd rather not. See, if I don't need to waste it, I'd rather not. But yeah, getting back to the final little part of Ready or Not. We went in, we got the, cards, we got the gift cards. And what that, and I mentioned a little bit back, it's like, are you gonna actually, I don't remember this happening. It's like, are you gonna want proof? Is this, actually I kinda do, never mind. Pretty sure I remember being down to a tooth, I was like, are you gonna want proof? Are you gonna want me like to, so yes guys, Driver's Godly did in fact want me to send a picture, and I did. I shouldn't be jumping over more lava after burning to death from lava. I'd like to get to like in the 20s. Hey, if I can get to 25, it'd be great because then it's a case of if I can see the loot and I need, I can then go for it. But yeah, so I know I'm going to need to combine in between episodes, but I can do that. That won't be too much of a problem. Although thankfully, because of how... I don't want to say slow, I mean with New Adventures, but more of a case of, yeah, I've managed to kind of get out of needing to go mining. Because for the most part, I'm relying on iron tools, iron equipment. Also, if anyone says, why have you got basically full set of iron, apart from an iron axe? At the time, I didn't have more. I didn't have enough iron to make more, and I didn't want to waste more. I think I just had enough, but I wanted to leave it just in case I needed it for an iron pick. If I can, I'm going to go up to 30. Just because like quartz are one of the best ways to get XP. Granted, I'll need to get more XP between episodes because I know for a fact I'm going to need like 40 or 50 levels. And I don't fancy doing that today. Because what I do recommend doing before you go out your way to make, like, if you know you're going to need to go out your way to make, like, out your way to get, like, leather and all that, what I recommend doing is only getting enough until you can get some form of looting. Because once you got some form of loot, and then you start looting, like, I've been using this to get all of my leather in a minute. And I know for a fact if I kill, like, 2 or 3 more cows, I probably could. Which is why I'm trying to game for episode, like, level 30. Just because I reckon I'm... Also, it never looked amazing with the add-ons I've got, but also slightly like a ghost town. And I don't know whether that makes it look more cool or just as weird. If I found into another lava pool, I would be toast. I only survived because my health was literally at full. Again, it's the reason I want to be at level 30, just because... It's over there. I probably will leave the glowstone because I don't really need any at this very point. Granted, if I build anything else out of glowstone, yes, I will need a load. But that's future problems, and I don't know whether I will. Although I know how I'm getting back. But yeah, so finishing the tiny little bit of the slight bit of a conversation that I need to add. Ever since Driver Scotty found out I got ready or not, which guys was Friday. Other than the fact that he had work yesterday, I would have been at the last 3 days to play the game. This isn't fun. Yeah, I'm on fire. I need to eat and hope my hunger goes back up super fast. Basically, Mojang themselves decided to go, you know what, we're going to make gold more useful. And make it so if you don't wear gold in another, you're kind of asking for a death trap. But gold is super weak and pointless. Guys, I'd like to unravel. I've gained almost 10 levels within the space of about 10 minutes. Not even that. It's why getting quartz in the nether is like really great. I'll keep that on me, and I'll just keep the rest of my inventory just in case. Like, I want to get like at least 5 more levels. At least I got to 26. Yes, actually, why? Because I don't think it's been that long. I will try again. But I'd be very surprised if the cows are ready to do the business again. No, they're not. Yeah, I'm going to pop it back in because it's kind of pointless carrying. And to be fair, I probably should empty half my inventory while I'm here. And I'm going to. I really don't need as much I've got on me. And more specifically, I don't need all these quartz and gold can go in here. Just because it's not that much, and it's the gold chest. Well, it is the valuable chest. Also, I do still have a tiny bit of glowstone, but that's because every time I think I need glowstone, I don't, and I keep forgetting I have it. I'm never going to remember I've got glowstone because it's the one chest where it's like, if anything netherwise, I think, time to take a trip to the nether. But it's because I barely build out of anything from the nether. Although what is nice to know is my nice little fun path. Where the hell did that come from? just gonna come into this nice little safety hole. Regen my health up a little bit. I could, but I can't be. I don't really want to start climbing walls. I also should have bought another iron pick, and I also really have handy stuff over there. I will make a note of that for when I come back. Never mind, I'm gonna grab them now because I can't remember where I was. I don't technically break in like the number one rule of Minecraft of never dig straight down. No. Damn it. The only benefit is it means I can get more iron pickaxes. And by more I mean one more. I've gone through them like nothing today, but I've also leveled up a decent bit. It's the reason why I love having an iron farm. Especially in like some to me new adventures that sort of chill sort of time where you can come, sit, chill, just have a nice little chat and just be nice and like chill about everything. But turns out Craft wants more of that. Also, no one on Craft, anyone who watches only Craft Mom, none of anyone who only watches it will know there have been a few changes that I've done. And no one's gonna, like, basically in between episodes there were a few changes that I was like, yeah, sure. I will show, like, the changes will be shown off in episode 3. But it basically went from full done. Would have been nice if they got me up a tiny bit more, but yeah, it's understandable. But at this point, XP is XP. I'll go and double check see what that is in a very close second. I think before I do actually enchant anything, I will double check after I've done this. And double check to see if I can get a level 30 enchantment. Or more specifically, double check to see if what I'm going to get for what I can currently get is what I want. Ah, okay, so it's just an open area. Nothing impressive. You know what, I'm gonna double check. After I'd done basically nothing away. Yeah, no, I'm saying I'm saying now I am not going back. Not today, anyway. Like, I know I'm only a few levels off, and I will happen to deal with those levels in between episodes. There is like 6 baby cows, which does actually mean I've got like 2 more than what I slaughtered, but I just need to wait for those to grow up. Normally I wouldn't, but considering I'm so close. Do I have wood? Yes, I do, thankfully. Help if I had paper, wouldn't it? First I am gonna sleep. The only thing is, I know for a fact after I've done all this, I'll accidentally track down the end portal, and it'll be like, oh, come on. I kind of want to take it. It'll cost me 3 levels, so I'm going to get enough to do at least 2. But, like, in between episodes, I will try and get a bit... I'll try. But in between episodes, what I'm going to do... is get a good few levels, probably get up to, like, 40 or 50. Just so I've got them ready when I plan to enchant. This is why I'm happy with keeping inventory, otherwise I wouldn't have gone to another. Because it would be like, well, I've lost all my XP now, what do I do? Don't even have it on me, so I can't find out. What I am going to do... is first of all go to sleep. In that case, considering it's not night and it's just raining and I didn't want to do it. Guys, rain is the one, it's my one thing where it's like, yeah, I'm going to clear it. It makes the video look so much nicer. Ah, okay, I can't do that. Right, okay, in between episodes, I'll sort that out. Because I completely forgot about that. But I was going to, but it's like, I can't, there's 3 of them. It would just be cruel. But yeah, in between episodes, I will try and get a few more levels and basically just try and make sure there's a few more cameos in there. Like, I'll try and breed in between episodes. No idea what last one. All that. But there was at some point I was down here and I was like, yeah, I don't need them. That's enough to make 2 more bookshelves. And anyone who says I don't go on a nice little adventure every now and then on foot, you're wrong. But again, I got flying dragons. I keep forgetting. I see chickens, I see cows, I see pigs, I see sheep. Sheep, I expect to see rainbow colours. Pigs and the rest of them, it's like, no, I expect to see you pink. I expect to see you white. I expect to see you like black and white, brown and white. Although I think I potentially might end up taking Hook Fang with me to the end, to fight the thing, to fight the Ender Dragon. Like, that'll give me a nice little... Actually, no, that'll only give me like a couple... No, that can be 3 pieces, because I only had 2. Oh, that's a donkey! Pigs. Again, I see them, I expect to see white. Not white, pink. You can live. I almost missed you. Hold on. I probably have enough to make 3 more, because I'm pretty sure I have like 1 or 2 left in the house. But I'd rather be 100% sure. Don't remember that happening, and I'm not going to try and sort it now. I also really like how the fact that there's like sort of like 3 tones of like colour grass here. Like I always like when Minecraft sort of find ways to make them like cross over and add like a unique pattern, like a unique detail to it that's basically pointless. But it's always nice. The only benefit of making an enchantment room at this point is I've been getting a load of meat. I've been getting a load of cooked like steak. I thought that was my mistake. Hold my hands up, it's my mistake. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm dead. As I did with my Night Fury armor, as soon as this fully breaks, then I will make more. That hopefully means hopefully only means I'm only missing 1 or 2. Now I'm presuming it's night. So I'm sleeping. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll get the 1 more for there. I'll try and make say 3 more because I think I probably need like 2 more for there. I'm not actually gonna do it, but like, is it because of my level? Okay. I was interested in seeing what else was gonna get on there, and I doubt there'll be anything else interesting. Yeah, smite, knock. Again, what I will do is try and get a good few levels up so I can do some basic enchantment next episode, and then essentially get like the fully done. Because why I technically know for a fact that if all of those were to grow up and I'd force feed them, let's slaughter the rest, I would have what I needed. I'd rather not. And then all I'd have to do is spend the next few episodes just sort of making sure they're okay in between episodes. But guys, what I will say is, I was kind of tempted to, because basically after because of the fact that I was able to record No Adventure slightly earlier, the time that I typically would record Craftmon for like Friday's episode, is typically in the next within the next half an hour. It's typically when I started. So I was kind of tempted to, and it's like, no, I don't want to, like, guys, well, I'd love to start chucking more episodes out of it. I don't want to start chucking more episodes out and it instantly be like, no, I've done too much and I've essentially ruined the series. I'd rather people want to see more and actually want to see more than people be like, I'm impatient. I should probably put these back now. Because guys, the only reason why I don't want to instantly start filming like 5 episodes and, you know, chuck them all out within the space of like 2 weeks is because I know for a fact that within those 2 weeks, either the series would instantly do really great and I'd get a load more subs from it. If you're new around, please like and subscribe and comment. What I barely ever mention, but you know. But then there's also the very high possibility that I chuck out 5 episodes out within the space of 2 weeks and they all flop because it's essentially an overload. Now I'm not going down that path. And between episodes, I will also get a load more gunpowder. It's night already. Okay. But yeah, in between episodes, what I'll try and do is get like 3 or 4 more stacks. And what I will try and do is also get this up to looting 3, sharpness 5, fire respect 2, and knockback 2. I'll try and do all that between episodes. I'll basically try and do all that and then get up to I'll basically try and get to like level 30. I'll try and get to like level 30. Do all the enchantments that I need for that and see where I go. And I might try and get the enchantment room fully done, but who knows. I'll basically see. Because part of me's like, yeah, finish it in between episodes. Part of me's like, no, I've gone on this track. Although it's nice to know how things that basically would take me like a week at most, like 2 episodes. And now taking me longer. Like guys, I'm only just fully like being able to sort of like make full set of iron and stand on my feet. I've been able to start for a few. I've got full set of iron armor and like tools on Craftmon within 2 episodes. I did all that within the first. I'm slow on this, but this is always meant to be the series where it's like nice and chill and calm. But either way, guys, this is Tigress signing off. Hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye.